There I am. Oh my God, we're back again. Happy Pop Chat Friday, March 6th, 2026. If you're joining us, say hello in the chat. We are going to get started. As always, there's a lot to discuss. We've got McDonald's, there's some Jersey Shore news, new Harry Styles interviews, and music. So it's going to be a fun one. Happy New Music Friday, also. That's one of the great things about Pop Chat Fridays that we always have new music to discuss. So hop on in, say hello, and tell us where you're joining from and what you do. If this is your first time joining Pop Chat and you don't know me, my name is Brianne Fleming. I have been hosting this little chat going on 6 years now, and it combines everything I love, marketing and pop culture. Specifically, I love 90s and early 2000s pop culture, hence my obsession with boy bands. Oh, and I've got my Saved by the Bell shirt on today. It's not vintage, it's new, but it looks like it could be vintage. Amy's here. Hello, hello. Hi, Casey. Happy Friday. Yes, remind me where all of you are joining from. Ooh, and let me go on D&D here. Do not disturb. Getting some text. There we go. Yukti from Zapier is here. Always great to see you. And yes, today's chat is sponsored by Zapier. We've got a really cool Zap that we're going to discuss later, but always great to see you, Yukti. Happy Friday. Or I guess it's technically Saturday. It might be Saturday in your part of the world. So tell us who you are, where you're joining from. And yes, we have Yukti from Zapier. Say hello. Send her a DM. We love her around here. And I'm really excited for today's Zap that we're going to showcase. So if you're new to Pop Chat, what is this little live stream that we do every Friday? Well, it is where marketers and creators come together to discuss their careers, but also pop culture. We discuss movies, music, sports, whatever is trending. And I always say the great byproduct is that we get to know each other beyond our jobs. So it's a really great place to bond. Hello, A Penny for Your Trouble on YouTube. What's up, YouTube in the house? So the way it works is just be you. There is no single authority, whether you work in marketing or you're aspiring to work in marketing, or you just like to talk and want to go over trending topics and come hang out with us today. That is all good with me. We're going to connect and just have fun with it. We've got Kathy Ann from Scotland. Great to see you as always, Kathy Ann. And Chris on a walk. I love it. I love it. I'm sure it's a beautiful day in Jacksonville. It's a really nice day here too. So Chris, I've got to make my way up there. I'm going to manifest an in real life meetup one of these days, since we are in the same state, although on opposite sides, north and south, not east and west. We've got friends on the West Coast too that I want to meet. It's Florida is way too big, but that's going to happen. I'm going to put it on our bingo card one of these days. Noah, but his friends call me Snake. Noah, is that because you live at the San Diego Zoo? I just saw that. So you might be at the reptile exhibit. I don't know. Great to see you. And like I said, our chat today is sponsored by Zapier. If you're unfamiliar with Zapier, it is a marketer's best friend, but it is useful for things beyond marketing. In fact, today we're going to talk about a Zap that will actually help you with self-care. Did you think that you could automate self-care? Stay tuned, because you can. But there are over 8,000 integrations that can help all of your apps and tools talk to each other so they work together seamlessly and send you reminders and things that just optimize your workflow. So stay tuned for that. I also live at the zoo. Come on up, maybe for a Jags game or jumbo shrimp. Whoa, tell me more about this jumbo shrimp baseball game. That is a draw for me. I am intrigued. So speaking of pop culture and music, I think for an icebreaker, I've once asked you what was your first concert you attended, but now I'm curious, what was the last concert you attended most recently? What was the most recent concert you attended? For me, it's been too long, but I've set the bar high. It's the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. Um, and I don't have any other tickets except I am going to see Elmo on tour in April with my daughter. So that'll be a big deal. How my life has changed. But yes, the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. So what was the last concert you attended? Hopefully it wasn't that long ago, but let's reminisce about the last show you went to. Oh my gosh. And I actually bought tickets to see the Backstreet Boys again in July. Jonas Brothers last summer. Ugh. I have seen the Jonas Brothers twice. However, I did not see their hometown tour. Yes, Yuki says, try out Zapier. Make sure you check out Copilot to automate your workflows in English. Yes, you can just type in layman's terms, whatever it is that you want to automate and just describing this optimization that you're seeing in your head, and Copilot can help you do that. Depeche Mode in Miami. Casey, are you in Florida? Oh, Jumbo Shrimp is the minor league team. Okay, I assume the stadium also sells Jumbo Shrimp, but Jumbo Shrimp is the mascot. Okay, I get it. We have a minor league team in Jupiter where I live as well, and I'm totally blanking on the name of them. Maybe someone can Google that for me. Lathan says, I don't go to enough concerts, but the last one was a couple of years ago, Blink-182 at Madison Square Garden. That again is setting the bar really high. And I think if you're only going to go to a few concerts a year, that's pretty good. Or one concert every few years. I mean, I've wanted to see Blink. Elmo at the Sphere. What can we do to make this happen? That would really sell. Stuff for kids, stuff for parents to do with the kids. Could you imagine? Lathan, I think you're onto something. As always, you always have great ideas. I did not see Beyonce on this tour, but Beyonce Cowboy Carter in London. Was that at the O2, Kathy Ann? Because I have been to the O2 to see the Backstreet Boys, so that kind of counts, but I did not see Beyonce. Oh, Casey, you're in Boca. Okay, I'm from Coral Springs. My husband works in Boca. We used to live in Del Rey. We're not too far in Jupiter now, so that's funny. Weird Al a few years back. Okay, I didn't know he did a full tour. Oasis in September was freaking biblical. I bet. Didn't they just reunite? I guess that's what it was for. Yeah, they took a big hiatus. Interesting. You all have great taste. Great taste in shows. So keep sharing what was the last concert you attended, but let's go through today in pop culture history. Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend, Shaquille O'Neal, who turns 54 today. I've got to tell you, in preparation for this, I unintentionally went down a whole Shaquille O'Neal rabbit hole about just what a great guy he is. I know he does random acts of kindness, and he's just, a couple years ago, he purchased an engagement ring that he saw someone was buying for, for their future wife. And he's put it on my card. He's just spreading joy everywhere he goes. And I learned that he never says no to a photo from a fan unless it's while he's eating. That's the only time. But if it's a little kid, even when he's eating, he said he'll always take a picture. And a little rundown on Shaq from a branding perspective. He's partnered with hundreds of brands. He's always doing these endorsements, but he doesn't just endorse products. He will usually take equity. Wait, Kathy Ann, I have been to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as well. My husband is a Hotspur fan, and I forgot what it's called, but they have some kind of tour that you can do where you scale the top of the whole arena on a bungee cord. Yeah, and he convinced me to do that. And now that is ringing a bell because I think I sent him the information about that. I was like, do you want to go see Beyonce? And then you can go see a soccer game and it'll be like the best of both worlds. Yeah, $1 billion stadium with all the bells and whistles. I did not know it was $1 billion stadium, but it was very impressive. So that doesn't surprise me, especially since I saw it from way up top, scaling the building. Shaq also, he once owned 150 Five Guys restaurants, 9 Papa John's locations, Krispy Kremes, 17 Annie Ann's pretzel shops, and 40 Big Chicken restaurant locations, which I've never heard of Big Chicken. Have you? Do you have one near you? And he also owns 150 car washes. So Shaq is worth about 500 million, according to my research. Brandon Shaq, what a power combo of marketing prowess. Why, thank you. And just again, I went down this rabbit hole and I can't not show some of the great content I saw about Shaq. So here's just one little heartwarming thing that I want to play for you guys.
Officer White had no idea what surprise awaited him when he showed up for work this morning. The officer had previously gone viral online after responding to a noise complaint by playing basketball.
You guys play out here every day? Yeah. I might bring some backup. You gonna be out here tomorrow?
And the rematch was about to begin. But little did Officer White know that his backup would include one of the greatest NBA centers of all time.
What's up, baby? Get out of here.
And the game was on. With Shaq and the police officers teamed up against the kids from the neighborhood. And with all the commotion, the neighbor who called in the first noise complaint didn't seem interested in calling in another.
What a guy. Like, just imagine having that kind of power, just like bringing joy to people just by showing up to play basketball. Like, I freaking love Shaq. Yeah, Big Chicken is his own franchise. Where does he have them? Because I know Shaq, like, there was a period of time where he lived in Florida. I'm sure he has houses everywhere, and I've never seen them here. Anna has arrived. Happy Friday, Anna. I hope you don't have any more meetings for the rest of your day. He is a big shark indeed. We love Shaq. Okay, so happy birthday, Shaq. And hashtag holidays. Today is Employee Appreciation Day, as well as Spray Tanning Day. I know that's a little distracting with Ross Geller and his spray tan. Employee Appreciation Day. So I hope if you are at work that you're feeling especially appreciated because today's the day. If you haven't felt appreciated before, at least today, let's hope you're getting some love on Employee Appreciation Day. Spray Tanning Day, just had to include this GIF. And it's also Oreo Cookie Day, which made me just want to throw it back to, of course, one of the most well-known marketing tweets of all time, the Oreo blackout tweet. And I wanted to share this quote from the CEO of 360i, who is the agency that was behind this. If you don't remember this, during the 2013 Super Bowl, when Beyonce was doing her halftime show, shortly after, the power went out and everyone rushed to Twitter to get the scoop and see what was happening. It was one of those crazy moments. And Oreo tweeted that you can still dunk in the dark. And it was this back and forth with their team, kind of pulling this war room style all-nighter where they were working on this. And the CEO of 360i said, the night ended very, very late. I must have gone to bed well after 2 a.m. It was a ton of adrenaline. When things like that happen, you want to make sure you're thinking through not just the here and now, but it was so great. And I love reading this because I knew this audience would appreciate a very geeky thing like this, to feel a rush of adrenaline from a tweet. Like, what even is our careers, right? But sometimes we have moments like this that only marketers will understand, only marketers will appreciate. So good on Oreo. And for today's pop culture rewind, the Osbournes launched on MTV in 2002. Oopsie daisy. Hold on. Oops. Hold on. Hold the phone. 1 second. The Osbournes premiered. Let me just make sure. Oh, you guys can still see me. Okay, cool. In 2002, presenter view, share my screen. Let's do this again. And I want to give some love to the Osbournes because this show really paved the way for so many things. It was known as the first reality TV that wasn't just featuring ordinary people like the real world, or a competition show like American Idol or even Survivor, some of those reality things. This was a true lifestyle show that was meant to humanize celebrities, and it created this new format called the docu-soap, where you're literally just documenting a family, a celebrity family, and what's going on and weaving it together to create this kind of soapy drama. And I think it's because of a show like this that we now expect authenticity and vulnerability and all these things from people online when we're on social media. So yeah, we need to celebrate the Osbournes and their impact because it led to a lot of shows like Newlyweds and Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't think would be a show, which is maybe for the better, some of you might say, if it weren't for the Osbournes popularizing this format. So pretty cool. Oh, Jared, I'm sorry I'm late. The Paralympics are starting now. Got to support these amazing athletes. Yes, thank you for the update. We're going to have to tune into that. All right, trending topics. The McDonald's CEO gets roasted. Where do I begin? This didn't really bother me that much until I saw all of the backlash. Not even backlash, but just commentary about this. Oh my goodness, my daughter just broke into the room. Hi, baby. What are you doing? I'm having a BBC moment. Yes. Hi, honey. Okay. Water. Here we go. Water. Yes, you can have water. Here, go with that. That's Pop Chat. It's okay. So I love you, baby. I know. I know. So that's my life. But the McDonald's CEO got roasted for sharing this this video of him trying their new product called the Big Arch. And he took the smallest bite, as I'm sure you saw, and referred to it as a product. And people just thought it was this corporate word salad. The irony of this is people are going to try the burger because of how much the video blew up. I know, I was thinking about that. So McDonald's is leaning into it. Oh, I know, my girl. I know, I miss her already. I want her here during Pop Chat. So McDonald's leaned in and said, take a bite of our new product. And then all the other brands are chiming in on this. Having a field day, of course. Did you see the Burger King slapback on the McDonald's ad? So there were a few. If I'm being honest, I did not watch the full Burger King one, but I know other CEOs and Wendy's and all these other brands have been chiming in. The best interruption. Yeah, thank you. Now I want the CEO of every company to try their products. Yes, we need the Zapier CEO to come on and try their product. And it led to Wendy's creating a position for a chief tasting officer. In fact, they even have the domain. Let me see if this showed up. Yeah. Wendy's chief tasting officer.com. Wendy's, yes, that Wendy's. You get paid $100,000. Job type dream, location remote. So yeah, if you want to make more videos like this, get paid to eat because it's not like your parents know what you do anyway. You get a custom email signature, a job AI can't steal because no mouth, duh. I actually haven't read all of this until now. This is really funny. So it also led to like even smaller, wait, let me share this one. Oops. There we go. I've never heard of this, but P. Terry's is apparently another fast food brand, and he made a video, and this went viral. It's like kind of a beautiful thing happening. I don't know. I think it's all in good fun. Who cares if he called it a product? But he's the CEO. I'm sure like in his meetings, that's what they refer to them as. They can't call everything a burger because they're all burgers. You know? I don't know. But I get why it's a little icky. We need to learn competitor marketing from them. It's been fun to watch. So my question for you is, when and how should brands feature executives on social media? When and how should brands feature executives on social media? So in this case, it was a product launch video for the big arch. Matthew's here. Hello, Matthew. And Lathan says, I have worked for a CEO who had zero media training. No matter how hard we tried, put him in front of a camera, Mikey froze. So I feel for the social team here. Yeah. And that's the thing. That was another question I almost posed to you guys, Lathan, was how do you even prep an executive for social media? Because yeah, they might not have it. They might not have that it factor and know how to really deliver a message on social media. They might be great at what they do, but sometimes, you know, you got to leave things to the social team. So, yeah, this was a product launch video, but when and how do you think brands should feature executives on social media? I have some thoughts, but I'm going to, I want to hear from you. It's a big depends. Yeah. For me, well, I don't want to say what you guys are going to say. Anna says, depends on the brand. For a startup and small business, people want to see the founders. Yes, this is part of what I was going to say is I feel like, at least in the beginning, yeah, you want to get to know the person behind the brand, but it's almost like when you're an iconic brand like McDonald's, the bigger you are, it's like the brand starts to speak for itself and you don't need to see those people. And I always say, like, we buy from people, not logos. But I think from McDonald's, we buy from McDonald's. We buy from that logo because it is iconic by now. So no man knows what to do with their hands. The backlash was funny and all, but what he did was fine. Full disclosure, I married into a McDonald's family. What does that mean? You married into a McDonald's family? What does that mean? Like, you guys love to eat McDonald's? Your wife loves to eat McDonald's? Your wife is the heir to McDonald's? What does this mean, Chris? Jared says, I feel like featuring executives shows at least some interpersonal relationships. They aren't just a money-hungry billionaire suit person. Yes. And I think a brand that does this well is Sarah Blakely from Spanx. That's like one of the main CEOs that I like, one of the main brands where I can immediately think of the CEO. That and Apple, of course. The bigger the brand, and it probably doesn't matter. Yeah. Founder-led content on social for small business is really hitting right now. We love to see it. A penny for your trouble on YouTube says the executives are part of the storytelling. Yeah, every executive, or especially a founder, has a story. So big brands like McDonald's, Lathan says, may not want the CEO, but there are employees maybe lower on the totem pole who you'd want to see. Yes. Yes. That's who we're interested in. I want to know who's running the drive-through. Tell me their story. And Chick-fil-A has a series like that. Have you seen those commercials? Maybe they feature customers too, but I think they include some of their associates. Ronald McDonald looks weird without his makeup on. Yeah, where's his nose? Where's his clown nose? Think of Staples right now. Staples, the company. Check out Coco Kind. Their founder is always posting content. Yes, and I saw the brand Killer Brownie, their CEO, posted a really great video. And I think a lot of CEOs are, coming out there and not only just spoofing this. I know the fast food wars are always fierce, but maybe getting in front of the camera a little more and not being cringe like like this was for a lot of people. For me, I like to see a CEO if there's a big crisis and there's some type of apology or ownership. Um, this is kind of a very somber example, but last year, I remember, or we all remember, when the American Airlines flight collided with that helicopter in DC as it was landing. I remember the American Airlines CEO put out this video immediately, and I thought that was a great scenario where you want to see a CEO come on and offer condolences and not. I don't think he took responsibility. There was still a lot of investigation that needed to happen, but it felt appropriate. If it suits the campaign and if it is a corporate brand, make sure they are comfortable on camera and it fits the platform. So some might be better for LinkedIn, some for Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, and I think that's a good stepping stone too, is like, first of all, are they comfortable posting at all? Like, do they even post text-based content on LinkedIn or social media? Are they active? Do they get it, at least from like a written content standpoint? And if so, then maybe we could warm them up to video. Chris says, in my opinion, best not to feature most execs on social solo. Pair them with someone who is a better personality from your employees with them. McDonald's fam, father-in-law, and 2 brother-in-law are multi-store owner, operators, and nephews in the business. Whoa, that is so cool. Huh, that's awesome. There's a Staples employee going viral on TikTok, posting about their products. Really? Not like a disgruntled employee, right? Because sometimes you see those like people that give away the Panera recipe or do all this stuff, but he's just, I really want to see that. That sounds really wholesome. The Staples Patty. Maybe not. Matthew says, what if every brand had a weekly live program where they build community, authenticity, trust starts with live? Yeah, something about live content. It's just not as formal. And I think that CEO probably would have thrown out the script that he was given if he was live. So good commentary. I think, like Lathan says, it's kind of all going to work out in the end, and everyone now knows what the big arch is, that new product. So we'll see what happens. I also feel like getting people comfortable. I've been with companies that expect people to be on camera for social content, but nobody was comfortable being on camera. Yes. And do we think that social and on-camera talent are 2 different roles? Because that's something we see a lot. If you're hired as a social media manager, they expect you to always be in front of the camera. And yeah, I think a lot of us do it, but the Staples employee getting flack is so dumb. They should be celebrating her and wanting her to post more. Oh, this is giving me a flashback to Sherwin-Williams. Remember the Sherwin-Williams paint guy employee that was like making videos as well, and he got fired, and then like another local company scooped him up? I'm going to look him up. Sherwin-Williams TikTok employee backlash. While we move on. You know what? Yeah, let me share this tab. Yeah, Sherwin-Williams is facing backlash for starting a TikTok after firing an employee for his paint mixing TikTok. So this is a little bit later, but yeah, there was an employee in late 2020. Yeah, he was fired. Massively popular paint mixing TikTok page was fired from Sherwin-Williams. Not cool. So is this a similar thing to what's happening with Staples? Oh wait, this hold on, let me share this tab. Sorry. I thought it would go to my new window and share this one. Oh, now I've just messed it all up. But anyway, let me get my slides back up. No, Staples Batty is wholesome. She loves the products. Yes. And I love when people take, like, dare I call them ordinary products at Staples, like pens and stuff, and makes them interesting. Platform matters and consistency. Bad to think you're going to grab a one-time viral video with your CEO. more likely to backfire. Yes. I also don't lack like the backlash because it could prevent awesome people from even trying. Yeah, that is true. Maybe there are people who would be good on camera if they had a chance. Whataburger managers fired employee for reviewing food on break. On break, it went viral, and Whataburger execs fired those managers. Wow. See, some people still don't get it. Anywho, I can't believe this is 2 weeks in a row where I have a Jersey Shore like reference in Pop Chat because we talked about JWoww last week. It was her birthday. And Jersey Shore is airing its farewell season on MTV, the family vacation spinoff that has been running, I think, for 8 or 9 seasons. And I will admit, I like this show. I like a good, messy, especially millennial age show. However, I want to talk about this because before the news even broke that the show was leaving MTV, the entire cast made videos and posted pictures and saying, they all tweeted this: legacies don't retire, they make their own lane. The network changed, but the legacy never did. Jersey Shore forever. The next move is bigger. And they made this whole video about how they're not retiring, how we don't know what's next. There's going to be more to come. Stay tuned. Like, it's going to be epic. And they keep saying the next move is bigger. So I'm like, what on earth are these people doing? Too young to watch Jersey Shore. Ugh, that reminds me of, that whole "she's too young for you, bro" meme that they started. GIF reactions. Of course, too cute. So what might they be doing? What is up their sleeve with this Jersey Shore cast? What opportunities might the cast explore to keep the Jersey Shore brand alive? Any predictions? Because their video basically just said they're not going anywhere, except they're leaving MTV. But where could they be going? What could they be doing? Are they taking matters into their own hands? What could be next? Seriously, what is MTV without Jersey Shore or Real World? What is going on? What is going on? This was fun. I admit I wanted to get in on this trend days ago because I am really hard on myself about being part of the trend at the right time and not being late. However, I could not find where I had that picture in my camera roll. So, actually MTV. I know. And Ridiculousness is now on Netflix in case you were dying to watch it. TRL. Oh, the best. So what might the cast be doing? They bought a t-shirt store. They bought a t-shirt store on the boardwalk. Did they? The cast did? Did they buy out Danny? Guys, how ridiculous is my water bottle right now? This is from the hospital when I delivered my baby. The little stork. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Ooh, a podcast from the shore. Okay. That might be in the works. I know Vinny already has his own podcast. But I don't know. I think Jersey Shore is like such a visual show. Like, you have to see the messiness. Jared, I'm curious your thoughts on this because I was going to say something that I thought you would say. I mean, maybe they'll do stuff on YouTube, but YouTube still seems too kind of amateur. I think a streaming platform is going to pick them up somehow. But then I wonder, can they call it Jersey Shore? Who knows? Would be nice if they took their popularity and applied that weight to bettering their community or those communities around them. So I don't know about all of them. I'm sure some of them do more than we see. But the situation Mike's situation, is actually 10 years sober, and he just opened his own rehab center called Archangels or something. And yeah, it's his own rehab center for recovering addicts, as a former addict himself. So that's something. That is something. But yeah, what if they just did like a complete 180 and their show is no longer about like their antics, but about like philanthropy or something? Could you imagine? But this show has really taken a turn because they're all parents now, except Vinny. It's been an evolution. If it's streaming, it might just be Paramount and HBO Max. Yeah, because I think Paramount, isn't that a Viacom thing like MTV? I don't know. You are the expert on this stuff, but what I think is mind-boggling about Jersey Shore, we forget how popular it was at its height, and there was no Instagram. Like the brand deals that were left on the table because it did not exist. I think they had like little endorsements and things here and there, but oh my gosh. Yeah, Paramount owns MTV. Got it. So I don't know. They're all putting their heads together. Jersey Snore, a show about Snooki's sleep apnea. Oh my God. You know, oh, and speaking of that, speaking of, bettering their community and trying to like maybe change the tone of the show, because, back in the day, it was all just about partying and, yeah, getting in trouble and arrested and stuff. But last week, we talked about how Snooki announced that she has cervical cancer, and she put out this PSA telling people to, go get their scans and stuff. So there is some good if we look for it, I think. All right. Any Harry Styles fans? Very cool for the rehab with Shore in the name, seems fit for a Save the Oceans group. I could see that too. We should do like a wrong answers only version of that question. Like, what should the Jersey Shore cast do next? They might remix the name. It's been enough of Vinny and Snooki. Yeah, go to take LA. Yeah, kind of like what the Kardashians did. Could you find new actors to do it in a sitcom style? Ooh, that would be funny. That would be interesting. So Harry Styles is back in the spotlight. He's got new music, and I heard he performed at the Brit Awards, which I did not see, but he's back in action. And he did this interview recently where he talked about grieving. I guess, yeah. She didn't say that specifically, but yeah, last week we mentioned it. Yeah, but it's stage one. So I will say she is going to be okay from what we've gathered and the way she sounded. The prognosis is good. Stage 1. So we love Harry. And in this interview, he talked about his former bandmate, Liam Payne, and what he went through just with that loss. And he says, even the idea of talking about it, I struggle with that. I think there was a period when he passed away where I really struggled with acknowledging how strange it is to have people kind of like own part of your grief in a way. I have such strong feelings around my friend passing away, and then suddenly being aware that there's maybe a desire from other people of you to convey that in some way, or it means you're not feeling what you're feeling or something, and it's so difficult to lose a friend. So yeah, basically he's saying he's like grieving in public, and it feels like people own part of his grief and they're grieving with him, which I think is okay to grieve with people publicly. But he's saying there's maybe a desire from other people of you to convey your grief in a certain way, or it means you're not feeling what you're feeling. And this broke my heart, because I think there's a lot of, unfair scrutiny that we put on public figures about how they should grieve, when they put out videos, or, these are crocodile tears, or, they didn't look sad enough, or they did this, or they wore this, or they, and it just makes me wonder, what responsibilities do we have as followers or fans when witnessing a public figure's private struggles? So I think we need to change the trend here. I don't think we should own part of someone's grief. I think we can grieve with them and send condolences and support, but to scrutinize how someone is grieving or to say that it's performative or something, it's not right. Yeah, I need to watch it. He's probably so sad about Liam. Yeah, I feel like this is the first time we're really hearing from him. So, and imagine you're grieving, then you have this like grieving is hard enough on its own, and then you have the public or your social media feed is criticizing you for how you're doing it when it's something that's so private anyway. It's like, who needs that on top of this pain? Penny for your trouble. Literally, our responsibility is to offer condolences and then step back. The public is way too involved with public figures because of social media. Well said. I have to agree. A penny for your trouble. Please tell me your name. And do I know you from LinkedIn also? How did you find me? And cute giraffe in your picture. Let's be friends. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, I agree. We need to learn to respect privacy with this kind of stuff. Seen it too often. Well said, Kathy Ann. Oh, you're in incognito mode. Got it. Know when to mind your business. Exactly. Empathize and give space. Well said. Yeah, just empathize. That's the most you should do. Think first about how you'd feel if some stranger evaluated you or tried to claim they understand. They don't, right? Mm-hmm. Well said. Well said. I would say give them space and not demand your public figure to give you a response. Yes, that too. Like, we're so expectant. Like, it's one thing not to comment or not to say anything, but yeah, we also expect that public figure to say something to us. Yeah, I don't know. Like after a celebrity passes away, there's always all these other celebrities that work with them that kind of release statements or thoughts, which is really warm and fuzzy and nice. But are we entitled to that? They don't owe us that, and I feel like they do. They do, or they feel like they owe us that, and they shouldn't have to. Okay, great discussion. Let's shift gears away from grief and do a little feel good Friday. Share something good, share, something exciting that happened this week or something you're celebrating, something you're doing this weekend. The floor is yours. My feel good Friday is that I hooked up my walking pad again. I kind of took a break in the third trimester. I was not in the mood to do lots of walking. But it felt great to get some steps in. Benjamin says, this is the kind of thing when fans need to acknowledge that their favorite celebrity is more than just a brand and doesn't owe anyone a response to anything. Well said, Benjamin. Happy you are here. So share some feel-good news and, to shift gears on Harry Styles. He's got a lot to be happy about now because it is New Music Friday and his album Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, it's called, is out now. I don't even know a single off this yet. I've got to catch up. So this is the kind of thing. Oh, I already read that. Whoopsies. So, and stay tuned. We're going to have our pop quiz after this for our Zapier merch. Oh, I meant to tell you, I think it's a hard one. And we haven't seen Jason yet. So it could be anyone's day. Fans hounded Lupita when Chadwick Boseman died that she did not respond quickly enough. Insane. Insane. Amy's here. I caught a pop chat. Feels good. Also excited to kick off a client's connected TV ads in March. My first shot at it. Thank you for kicking off Feel Good Friday, Amy. Yay! This album is going to do numbers. Aperture is the main single. I'm on YouTube though, so you want to go down. Thank you for joining us, my YouTube friends. Jared says, I got to get my Zapier merch in the mail, but it's constantly snowing and I don't want to walk outside. Well, your Zapier merch may include a hoodie. So there you go. It's waiting for you and can help you with your future snow walks. Oh my gosh, stay warm, Jared. Okay, let's do our pop quiz for some Zapier merch. I have to keep just leveling up the difficulty of these questions. Walking outside during pop chat rules. Wasn't going to walk, but dragged myself out. Aw, I love that. Did you get lunch, Chris? Is this still your lunch break, or is this just like a nice walk after lunch? Okay, are you ready? Aw, Amy's wearing her Zapier shirt now. I'm going to wear mine next Friday. Next Friday, you guys, I'll reveal it here. It's probably going to be the last pop chat for a while, for a little bit, because I got to move out of this office and make it a nursery. And I don't know where my desk is going to go yet. So I'm going to need some time for that. But it's been so fun having Zapier with us. Hopefully more to come, but I'll keep you posted. But join us next Friday for we're gonna go out with a bang. Okay. Pop quiz. In his 2010 X Factor audition, where did 16-year-old Harry Styles say he worked? Basically, what did he do before he was famous? His 2010 X Factor audition, where did 16-year-old Harry Styles say he worked? It is a pre-lunch walk. Ooh, you're not starving by now? Almost 2 o'clock. Does anyone know? Did I make it too hard? Too difficult? It's quite possible. Let's see. Well, the first response and only response I see to this question so far happens to be the right one. Anna, you are correct. He worked at a bakery. Amazing. Was that just, are you just a mega fan? Was that just ingrained in your brain? I'm really impressed. Is X Factor still on? I don't think so. A bakery. Yay. Kyle, so close. So close. You really are a Harry fan. But Anna, you are going to get today's Zapier merch. And I figured we could watch his audition really quick, or at least the part where he says he works at a bakery. Where is it? It's
I'm 16.
16. Okay, so tell me a bit about you.
I work in a bakery.
What do you do in the bakery?
I like serve the cakes in like the shop.
Okay, and what's popular at the moment?
Sorry?
What's popular?
In the shop?
Yeah.
The Viennese fancy is always a favourite.
Yeah, I like those. What else?
Millionaire shortbread. Big seller.
Like that. And what's on the way down?
Ooh.
Donuts?
White Coburg.
What's that?
White Coburg. It's like a white loaf, and it's like a circle. And it's got like a cross on the top.
Okay, and that's going down. And what about donuts?
Oh, donuts are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go back and actually watch his performance here, he sings Hey Soul Sister. And the backtrack did not do him any favors. He sings a cappella after that, and it's great. But the initial track was not good. My girlfriend is a 1D super fan, so I'm all in. I love this. Yay, Anna. So you're going to get some Zapier merch. Love it. You and Amy can be twins in your Zapier merch. You can have these Zapier outings together and just twin and talk about automations with everyone you meet out in public. That's the plan now. So it is still on. I don't know. Maybe American Idol. Yeah, American Idol left and came back. All right, we've got a question from our friends at Zapier. What's one lazy but genius automation or AI habit you've adopted recently? What's one lazy but genius automation or AI habit that you've adopted recently? I'm going to say that I've used AI to make QR codes. They have all these like QR code generators that you can use online, but they have watermarks or you don't have a lot of opportunities to customize them. And ChatGPT will do it for you. Actually, my Zapier QR code that's featured in this presentation was thanks to AI. I've also used it to look up trends that I like vaguely remember, or tweets that I vaguely remember, tweets that went viral and I couldn't remember who said it or I didn't bookmark it. I will put it in ChatGPT and it'll pull it up and I can write about it or post about it or whatever I want to do. Whoa. An automation for me is to turn my bedroom lights on at a certain time without me having to touch them. What? That's fancy. He shows so much personality. Yeah, donuts are good. I love that part. Alexa for everything. Sometimes I find myself talking to Alexa in places she is absolutely not at. Example, in my car. Yes, or you get Alexa and Siri confused. I do that all the time, and they get offended. Yeah. Voice tech in the car is a game changer, even just for safety. The weather app, if it's going to rain, my client, mobile mechanic, has an automated email that goes to schedule clients, warning he may reach out to reschedule. That is awesome. Huh. Yeah, so it kind of sets expectations. What? I wonder if he's using Zapier for that, Amy. That would be pretty cool. What a great example. Amy, you need to come to Pop Chat all the time. What are we doing? We have to block your schedule. Keep telling me about your AI habits. But I want to encourage you to try this Zap for a little self-care. Because if you're like me, you watch wellness content, you save wellness content, but you rarely act on it. So many workout videos and things that I say, oh, this looks cool. I'm going to try this later. And I don't. So Zapier can help. You can turn any saved wellness content into a daily self-care reminder. So the way it works is you set a trigger anytime a new article, podcast, or video is saved in Pocket, Pinterest, or an RSS feed. That's about wellness, mindfulness, or hobbies, things that you want to get to, but you can't in the moment. And then Zapier will take an idea or a tip or an insight from that piece of content and send you a scheduled reminder via Slack, email, or even a phone notification. And the result is that your saved content becomes an actionable prompt. You're getting the nudge, maybe when the time is better for you, helping you prioritize self-care and reduce burnout. So we love to see it. Go check out Zapier. Try this Zap. Let me know what self-care stuff we're doing. And send me the Slack reminder as well, because I need it too. Ooh, the stream speed is better on YouTube. Negative points for lack of LinkedIn live chat. I know we're all over here, but hopefully seeing them pop up, is helping you feel engaged over there. I love this Zap idea. Anna says, yes. We need more self-care in our lives. So let me know if you try it, or you can even go back and find some of those bookmarks that you have and incorporate them. I should do this with recipes too. Like any recipes that I bookmark, I'll have Zapier say, hey, you should cook this tonight and give me the nudge, because I never mention it. It's connected to local weather and MailChimp. If rain chance is over 40, it nudges the customers to set expectations. A Zap could totally pull it off. I love that. And that's just, it's kind of unheard of. It's like above and beyond customer service. So amazing. Okay, industry news. We've got our last question. Is anyone interested in Apple's new MacBook, the MacBook Neo, which is only $599? And word is that its audience is schools and small businesses. And we haven't seen Apple really have like an entry product like this at a lower price point. So yeah, it would be great for small businesses or local stores and shops just to have a Mac product. But I'm curious. Let's end this. Love this. Love the Zap. Yay. Please try it, Kathy Ann. Let's end this pop chat today with some tips. If you could give one tech tip to a small business right now, what would it be? If you can give one tech tip to a small business right now, what would it be? Mine, of course, would be to use Zapier to automate some stuff that I know that they're doing manually, like sending Facebook leads into a CRM, and that Excel is not a CRM. I would probably say that. And that Facebook is not a website. I do need a laptop, but I'm so stuck on Apple since I can't use Windows products. It does look cool. I like that it comes in other colors. Very Y2K. Oh, wait. Oh. Ooh. Ask it to give book recs for me based on TV series or movies I like. That is a good AI hack. Amazing. I love that idea. And for books, then find audio editions at the library, at least where they are available. So smart. I love that you're using AI to feed your brain with good stuff like that. Oh, AI education work is never done. Anna, don't forget to link up with Zapier. We're going to get you that merch. You do not have to do all the TikTok trends. Yes, this is a relief for small businesses. Any other tech tips? There are so many Zaps that would help small businesses. Ooh, stop giving proprietary business info to LLMs. Stop giving. What's an LLM? Why am I blanking? It's probably something I should know. Learn to use and encourage adoption of everyday AI tools. Bam! That's right, Anna. You deserve that Zapier merch, truly. Ooh, Lathan, invest in subscriptions for stock photos, music, and other things to use in creative. Don't just Google image search clip art. Take your creativity seriously. Lathan, brilliant. I was thinking about this the other day. It is mind-boggling how much is included with Canva Pro. Canva Pro includes free stock photos, or it's included. Whereas, I don't know. I'm sure there are other premium stuff, but they have these partnerships that are so amazing. Invest in someone to write good emails for you. Seen so many bad small business emails. Yes. Professionalism is so important. Invest in a website. Anna, I was saying last week you were talking about maybe doing a presentation, or I was suggesting it because you had just given some type of education seminar about AI, and I think there may be some Zapier education you could share. But let's chat. Don't use the technology ad hoc. Explore the case uses, then implement based on where it will enhance efficiencies. You don't have to implement all the technology at once. What, Jared? It will save your life. We love Canva. All right, friends. Thank you so much. 2 o'clock on the dot. Thank you so much for spending this hour with me. It was so fun. I love hearing from you, and special thanks to Zapier as well. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter. I'll be in touch there. Let's see. Invest in something that successfully helps you move your social followers and engage people over to your own email list, get people to your own land. Yes, and that's where Zapier can come into play to help you capture some of those maybe Facebook leads and getting them into your CRM and onto your email list. Well said. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining. Thank you to Zapier. Please join us next week because, like I said, it's going to be the last Pop Chat for a little while. I don't really know what's next as far as redoing this desk setup and moving out of this room for baby Zapier. So it's going to be a fun one. I'll see you next time. Bye.